Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to WatchYouWant.com. Thanks for logging on. Today, we're looking at the rarest of the rare. Not only a handsome watch, but a watch that's almost unobtainable. This is the Panerai Luminor Marina PAM-61 Out of Range Reissue Edition. That's right. Everything that the PAM-61 was during its original 2000 to 2001 run as a flight of 7,500 units was recaptured in a special favored customer only 2004 out of range reissue. This was off the books, under the table, the secret handshake. These do not bear 2004 G-series millissummation on the back. They say OOR, out of range, cobbled together from parts Panerai was able to find from the original production run. These are 100% authentic PAM-61s, but again, completely exclusive with labeling that is unique to the reissue series. Just like Porsche managed to find the parts for an additional 9 of the legendary 959 supercars in 1993, 6 years after production had officially ended, to supply, basically to hook up favored sons of the brand who'd missed out the first time, Panerai and Panerai's CEO Angelo Bonatti had a way of finding parts for favored references and favored friends of the brand who'd somehow missed out on that first availability. Now, they were generally disseminated through marquee dealers, through factory boutiques, and again, only by word of mouth. These were not advertised. But the OOR-series started with the PAM-61 in 2004. Again, not a G-series, nor is it a C or a D-series like the originals. Completely unique in its markings, completely unique and compelling in its backstory. And if you missed the boat that first time around, I've got good news. We're not a boutique, but we've got the next best thing. You can own this watch. One of only 80 made. The rest of the world has 79. We have one, and they hardly ever change hands. The bottom line is, this is the look that everyone loves. The Panerai Luminor 44mm cushion case, device protecting the crown, with the integral Panerai original patented locking lever. Big loom, big dial, big case, big fun, unpretentious, but it takes the generic factor out of the equation with a production run of only 80 units and a backstory like none other in the Panerai line. Now, of those 80 units, again, the watches themselves are not part of any formal series. I can't overemphasize that. They're marked uniquely, not just unique from each other, but unique from any other Panerai watches. But they preserve that classic profile. And the PAM-61 was one of the greats. There's a reason why those OOR models are made, and it's because they are the most compelling references from Panerai's back catalog. You see models like the 217, the 127, that's the original 1950, and of course the 61, finding their way into the OOR continuity, that universe of slight, off-the-books, under-the-table reissues. Right here you can see this watch combines a stunning brushed titanium case, brushed titanium bezel, and matching lugs with a tobacco brown dial. You can see how the loom just jumps right off in that classic Panerai fashion with unique touches like these black oxidized hands for the hours and minutes. The watch is absolutely gorgeous, and it wears quite different from a normal Luminor. Now, if you like the big watch look, but you want something that's just a little easier on the wrist in terms of mass, titanium is the hookup. You put this thing on the wrist and it wears almost like a Panerai composite case, or maybe even a better reference would be an Audemars Piguet forged carbon Royal Oak offshore. If you can think of the Bumblebee, how you put that thing on and you just can't believe how wieldy it is. You know, it's like wielding a dagger when you expect a sword. This watch is incredibly light on the wrist, and because titanium wears so much differently than steel or gold or platinum, you get the best of both worlds. You get that huge watch look with something that's really not too insistent, not too much of an encumbrance when it's on the wrist. And now, let me just show it to you on my wrist one more time. That's 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters, friends out there. So the bottom line is, it wears quite comfortably, and because it's a cushion case, it actually fits on a smaller or petite wrist like mine quite well. So you don't have to worry about whether or not the size is right for you. If you like the look, proceed with confidence. This one wears well. And titanium's unique because, while polished steel and white gold and platinum all kind of wind up looking the same, the bottom line is that a brushed titanium finish looks like nothing else. Blue, gray, and gorgeous. It's sort of a matte, but you can see that it's got that presence of metal with just enough glimmer, just enough gleam. You can see it on the bezel flank to create visual interest and complexity. And the way the light plays off of this is quite beautiful, in a way that polished metal just can't be. There's a subtlety of it, the way it plays between this unusual alligator brown strap Now, alligator is an unusual strap material for Panerai. They're generally on rubber or a historically true calfskin, untreated, like assolutamente strap, but this bottom line, I mean, everything about this watch, the combination of the tobacco dial, the brushed titanium, the alligator in brown with the contrasting white stitch creates an aesthetic that is unique, and you can see where that pull for the reissue came from. This watch combines everything you love about limited editions: exclusivity, the only one on the block factor, the hey, look what I've got at your watch meetings, your watch lunches, your watch club get-togethers, red bar, but with the look that everyone recognizes, respects, and loves, frankly, because this is the face that launched the 1,000 forums on the internet in the early 2000s. This is the watch that inspired the fanaticism of the Paneristi, the user-generated content on the internet, among the first ever, the unpaid celebrity endorsements and product usage. This generated the modern legend of Panerai. So you've got that iconic look, but you've got a model that no one else has, with a color scheme: titanium, brown alligator, tobacco dial, black hands, that's almost completely unique. Out of over 350 recognized Panerai references since the 1993 civilian debut, maybe 10, 11, 12 of them have featured that combination of brushed titanium and tobacco brown dial. And then not all of those models have been Panerai Luminor models, so you're looking at a real rarity in terms of style alone. Add the OOR continuation factor and the exclusivity, the mystique of the backroom, under the table, secret handshake, back padding, special edition for friends of the family, and this is a watch with a great look, a great story, great wrist presence, and it's great fun. Unpretentious, it's got that ease of use and pure instrument watch legibility that people came to expect from Panerai in the early days. That really harks back to the combat swimmer appeal of the watch. It's a tool to do a job, and it does its job beautifully. Today, it provides a heck of a lot of fun and enjoyment. And, as one of only 80, it's going to provide a heck of a lot of fun and enjoyment to very few people. Check out our website, watchyouwant.com, and see high-resolution images of this PAM-61. This is the Luminor Marina PAM-61 out-of-range limited edition. See it with all boutique boxes, papers, documents of provenance, manuals, and accessories, including an alternate strap and do-it-yourself strap-changing tool on our website, watchyouwant.com.